Let's talk about the right of first refusal, unique custody provisions. Let's talk about the positives, the negatives, and what you think about it, what I think about it as an attorney. So the right of first refusal, what is it? It's where you can put in where if you're gone from the child for a certain amount of time, the other parent gets the child. And it can range from overnight to 2 days, or, it's very custom. And generally on paper, I say on paper, it makes perfect sense, because if one parent can't be there, the other parent can have them. So the positives are you're maximizing parenting time. You would assume that the child is safer around parents than others. It kind of meets those needs that parents have for their kids. On paper, it sounds great. Here are the negatives. Is it can be used to micromanage time, and it can also be used abusively and, in my opinion, hypocritically. Because in my experience, now, just because you're a parent that has this provision, you've used it responsibly and is a good parent, I see a lot more cases than just one case. And so over a vast amount of cases, I see it used abusively more than it's used responsibly. So that's why I kind of have the opinion I have, is I see so many of these. I see one parent using it against the other, but they don't want it to apply to them. That happens a lot. And unfortunately, I see it a lot with moms' houses. I know it can happen at both houses, but it's typically moms that want the right of first refusal. They don't want the girlfriend, the new wife, whatever. And there's really valid reasons for that at times. Each case is a little bit different. But if, dad wants to use it against mom, it's a no-go. In my experience, that's what I see a lot. Also, when you're getting the court involved into the nitty-gritties of your parenting, sometimes it's necessary, but you are also inviting the court way into your life, way more than you ever thought was possible. Do you really want the court telling you what you can and can't do for every 4 hours you have with your child, or 24 hours, or whatever you decide that looks like? That is very invasive. And don't forget, the courts are a government institution. I understand that you're there because you can't get along, but this is a micromanagement of time. What about other family members? What about grandma and grandpa's cousins, aunts, uncles? Don't the children deserve those relationships too, so long as they're safe? I just see it as a tool to control. There might be a few instances where I think that it's very valid, but it would have to be parents that are using it for the betterment of their child, not to control the other parent. That would be the only kind of situation that I would really have to evaluate to put that into a parenting plan. So what are your thoughts on the right of first refusal? Do you have one? How do you use it? Have you been abused by it? What are your thoughts?